Now, for many of you, this monk mode protocol by Imangaji Hamza, it may have helped you significantly. But for those of us who are deeper in self-improvement, I don't think monk mode is really for those people. I think monk mode is more advertised towards the commoners. I don't I don't want to come off as like a rude or whatever, but just the 80% of people at the beginning of their journey on self-improvement. That's not to say it's bad, but I genuinely don't think monk mode is monk mode. The name is too overhyped for the principles and the variables and what protocols you have to do in them. It's what monk mode is. I'll explain everything in this video, so if you're like slightly pissed off by me, that's fine. Just if you can stick your head all the way through without trying to slap me in the face, then you'll probably understand by the end of the video. Now, my story of monk mode is kind of weird. I kind of discovered monk mode when I was already in self-improvement and doing journaling, exercising, meditating, and so on. And I found an Imangaji video of monk mode, and sure, it was cool with his like little protocols and variables, actionable steps. That was all cool, right? I thought I found a new epiphany. I thought I found a breaking discovery. But the more I journaled, the more I, like, you know how Imangaji has 3 blocks of non-negotiables? So I think his non-negotiables is no drinking or smoking, meditation 30 minutes per day, and exercise 30 minutes per day, and I think praying once per day, or maybe that's something he added on top. But point is, if you've been deep into your self-improvement journey, then you literally look at those 3 variables and you fucking laugh. You laugh at them because they are literally just what you cut out. And something that Imangaji, of course, you have to add on your own variables of like, I have to meditate for actually 1 hour per day. I have to pray once per day as well. I have to read 10 pages per day. Of course, you can add on your variables, but those 3 non-negotiables, are you sure about that? 3 non-negotiables that are literally just basic things that you don't need. Drinking, smoking, I don't do that. Meditation and going to the gym for like 30 minutes per day. Is that not just being on self-improvement and upgrading your life? Because you have to get where I'm coming from, right? I know I just like spilled out a bunch of anger, etc. But there's a thing that Imangaji specifically said. He said that if you continue with this monk mode protocol for more than 6 months, you'll go insane. Now, this is where it really confirmed to me that this is for the masses. This is for the 80%. Because he talks to you in a way of like, you gotta find a work-life balance. He talks to you in that way. And so I genuinely think this monk mode protocol that Imangaji, like the newest one anyways, is genuinely advertised towards the masses. Because he said that you'll apparently go crazy if you do 6 more months of this. He's telling you the idea of work-life balance when he himself is a workaholic. I get that he like films himself partying or whatever, right? But he makes it a point that you have to go and like relax a little bit. And I don't think that makes sense. I really don't. I've thought about this, and it for those of us who have like this deep desire to work more and actually like find a fulfilling job to do, and are literally just, there is no work-life balance for us. There is literally just 100% work because we enjoy our work. I think another thing that Iman said was, this might not be directly correlated to monk mode, but it is sort of correlated. But he said that he worked so hard that he got he became a millionaire at 18. But this is what he said in one of his videos. He should have like had more time to drink with friends, had more times to spend, like hang around with friends. I heavily disagree with that. I don't want to insult Iman. He's a great guy, very respectable, but I just feel like a lot of this advice that he gives is kind of just conventional, and I don't think he really relates to it deep down in his heart. If he really thought about this advice, he'd say that yes, grinding is fine, Because literally, if he was back into the position of a grinder, of like 15-year-old, 16-year-old, unsure of what his future is going to look like, he wouldn't be saying, oh, I'm just going to go hang around with, I should have hanged around with my friends. He wouldn't say that. He wouldn't, oh, I should have went out this weekend to drink with my friends. No, he wouldn't say that. He only says that because he's at a top position now. He's at a position of financial stability. He can say that now. But if he got transported back to where we are now, of 15, 16, just trying to make it out of the system, he would not say that, bro. So take my advice on this. This is what I'm going to be doing, is literally just do not listen to that. Please do not listen to that. Just put your nose to the grindstone. Think of your family. Don't go out to the weekends, hang with your friends. Don't fucking, you don't have time to do that. Do not lengthen your, bro, when you're 18, you're going to be thrown out of, like, babysitting you. You're going to be thrown out of university or your college. And especially in the UK, if you're going to college and secondary school, which is like high school and middle school combined, those two are free basically. And then when it hits 18, it's university time, and then you have to pay like 4,000 per year. So now I'll talk about sorry for that little rant there, but now I will talk about Hamza's monk mode protocol. Now, I've watched the whole video, and sure, it is once again advertised for the normal guy. It's advertised for the, the Jeffrey, basically, the guy who has alcoholic problem, video games, shit diet. That video is literally just tailored towards the normal guy, and I feel like that video wasn't really a monk mode protocol, except from the beginning where he gives you the actionable steps of write down your goals, of make 500 per month. But I feel like that video was just an introduction to self-improvement. If you fully watch that video and you know about self-improvement, you're deep into it, you'll realize that the whole video, he's just trying to sell you on the idea of self-improvement. It isn't really a monk mode protocol. You would expect by clicking on the video, you get, wake up 5 a.m, go on a morning run for 3 hours. You'd think monk mode is like that. But no, nowadays, monk mode is literally just don't smoke or drink, don't jerk off, read a little bit. It's just that simple. So to recap what I just said back then, monk mode, the term is oversaturated and it isn't as cool anymore. The term monk mode, what do you think that means? That means going 5 a.m. into the mountains, etc. But no, it's just being a normal person. Monk mode is literally just being a normal, healthy person now. Number 2 is, do not just go out in the weekend and drink with your friends. Don't fucking do... Bro, your mum is still working. You gotta retire. What are you talking about? Do not take Iman Gaji's advice on that. Do not spend more time just uselessly hanging around with the same friend group. No, be selective with your friend group. That advice, I truly don't think Iman Gaji came up with. I think he just heard that from somewhere. Bro, if you've watched a lot of Iman Gaji, I'm telling you from a point of, like, basically an Iman Gaji lover. I love that guy. But just this piece of advice is just not him. Trust me, I've watched a lot of his content. That is not his true core advice. So telling you all of that, it doesn't really help you in any way. Of course, it helps you with knowledge, etc. So now I will give you the actionable steps and perhaps make it more understandable to you, and like, so you can implement it, whatever, right? The real solution to monk mode is to actually just, this is what I call like cutting down things. The real solution, if you want a real monk mode, it is not a monk mode. It is a monk life. The idea of a monk mode is you're gonna focus for 6 months and then you're gonna party, and bro, that doesn't work. That does not work. Trust me, bro. I know Iman Gaji reached his success with, he says that he does 6 months of strict monk mode protocol in Cape Town, and then like 3 months of partying. If you're trying to get to Iman's level, there is no just 3 months of partying and 6 month monk mode protocol. There is all work. he's at a position now of literally being the CEO and the founder. So that's why he gets to like party for 3 months and then 6 month monk mode protocol. So back to the topic. What you have to do is have a monk life, not a monk mode. I just explained why not monk mode, because it doesn't make sense, at least for you right now on the journey. What you should do is make your work sexy again. What I mean by that is become a workaholic. I know it's demonized these days. The term work is demonized today, and honestly, bro, speaking from my heart, I do not want to insult any dropshipping businesses, dropshipping people, but genuinely, if you're doing a business like dropshipping or even SMMA, you don't enjoy that. I'm not saying enjoy as in, oh, I love this, it's my passion, I'm gonna paint for a living. Not that type of enjoy. I'm saying enjoy as in fulfilling. Fulfilling as in when you do it day to day, you fucking love it. You enjoy it so much that you literally overwork yourself until midnight. That is the type of enjoy I'm talking about. Not just I'm gonna do this for a little while and then I'm gonna go surfing. No. So I'm trying to think right now. I was reading my script, alright, so there's probably a cut before here. I was reading my script and I was really trying to figure out how I could like make this really easy to implement and like give you a really good actionable step that could actually change your life. And what you're probably thinking is the ultimate question. You've listened to everything I've said, but you still have this question in mind: what business should I really have? What business is fulfilling other than the one I'm doing right now? And actually, I just thought of something in my brain. Sure, if you want to take the advice of Iman Gaji again, of learning skills when you're young, not focusing on jobs that are fulfilling, sure, you can take that, you can learn how to run Facebook ads, etc. But you'll naturally learn all of these skills, these important skills, through literally just experimenting with different businesses, hopping business to business. Should I do dropshipping? I'm gonna do dropshipping. I'm gonna go make a little store and run some Facebook ads. That failed. Let's go do some SMMA next. Is this really gonna be the good business this time? Is it gonna be the right business? Let's try it. Let's build an onboarding funnel. All of those failed, and now you have a few core skills that you can literally just pile into the next career that hopefully is the most fulfilling and the most enjoyable. It's very hard. Now I realize it's hard to find the most perfect job, and I know it's a very long and complicated process. Maybe you actually enjoy making those like dumpster fire websites for dropshipping. Maybe you actually enjoy running Facebook ads. Then by all means, go ahead and do that. And I realize now I should have clarified how you actually like know it is the fulfilling job that suits your entire life. How you know that is every single one of your habits, every single bad habit eradicates themselves, like completely vanishes with finding this fulfilling job. Because I'll just give you an example of my story, how I eradicated every single one of my bad habits by finding the most fulfilling job ever, and that is recording, being a synthesizer, being basically Ham's model. This model, honestly, bro, I think for most people, this model is probably the most fulfilling model. So if you don't have anything right now, if you don't have a dropshipping store that you really enjoy, if you don't have anything, I genuinely think that this is the most fulfilling model ever. As soon as I cut down everything, I cut down like, I'm gonna do a little bit of piano, I'm gonna have a side hustle over there. As soon as I cut it down to YouTube, as in like the job of like creating, and then like recording, right? Family, fitness and health. As soon as I did that, all of the bad habits went away. Every single one. Like the stragglers behind. I was already pretty deep into my self-improvement. I already eradicated most of the bad habits, but it was just these two. The anime at the end of the day of just, I just want to relax, and like having urges and then slightly giving in. It may be kind of hard for you to get, but honestly, bro, if you think about it, what does this fulfilling job do? If you narrow it down to 3 of the most fulfilling things in your entire life, why do you think you would need anime at the end of the day? This becomes your literal, like, this becomes more fun than all of those bad habits, more dopamine engaging than all of those bad habits. So I think that's why it eradicates all of the like little straggling bad habits. So I want to address 2 self-limiting beliefs that you may or may not have. One of them is, if you are like some guy in your 30s, and it's likely that you're not some guy in your 30s, you're probably 20 years old or maybe a teenager, right? If you're watching my channel, if you are that family guy that's keeping everyone's head above the water, if you're struggling with the job and you can't really enjoy your job, you just kind of have to work to provide for your family, then of course I get you. But this video is mainly for the people who have sort of free time, I guess, like the 20-year-olds, the teenagers on their little summer holidays. So if you're the family man, I'm proud of you. I don't know why you would want to be like praised by a 15-year-old, but just keep on doing what you're doing, provide for your wife. Good, bro. Number 2 is narrowing things down is bad. This is not true. Narrowing things down, as in, I'm talking about the work, family, and fitness and health, by the way. If you narrow things down, this is a common self-limiting doubt that a lot of people have. Oh, but I want to do my surfing. Oh, but I want to do my little art club. Bro, if you really journal yourself and find these 3 things, or 3 or 4 things that you really enjoy, the most enjoyable, what do you think will happen? Will you not literally just maximize the 3 things that you truly enjoy? If you cut down everything, all the bullshit, do you not think you'd be happier with these 3 most fulfilling things? Is that not just common sense? And so I realized this video, it may have been less structured than I really wanted it to be, but I honestly just wanted to voice out my like hard truth opinions that I've journaled about. I've genuinely, like, I can share you the Notion template if you want me to, but I've genuinely journaled about this. This is such a like bad belief that everyone has, or bad thing. I just wanted to make this video. I've ranted, I've like let all of my emotions out, because I know for a fact that everything you've been told is like sort of a lie about this monk. And so the full course plan of action I will give you now. 1, I've said this in my previous videos, but genuinely journal with a piece of paper what everything you direct your energy towards, and then narrow everything down to 3 or 4. I know it sounds, when I say it, it sounds simpler, but I realize that if you take an actual piece of paper and write everything down, it will probably take you 30 to 40 minutes if you genuinely want to make change in your life. If you genuinely take this seriously, then it will probably take 30 to 40 minutes of brainstorming of actually what you want to cut down. But the general gist of it, just to give you a guidance, is literally just work, and make sure this work is fulfilling, by the way, of everything I just said before. Family, so spend time with your family, etc., you know, eat dinner with them. And then there is fitness and health, so just go to the gym and like make sure you're eating correctly. The second thing to do is, I kind of just mentioned this like back then with the first point, but make sure you make your work sexy with the variables I named before of you know, make how you know your work sexy by like, it literally eradicates all your bad habits, because this is so enjoyable. That is how you know. And then number 3 is, do not listen to Iman Gaji's typical advice for the commoners. I think that covers everything. If I haven't covered everything, I'll make a tiny 2-minute video that adds on to this. Alright, hope you found value from this video, bro. If you want a quick shout out here, quick plug, if you want, you can join my Discord channel. If you found value in this video, then you can literally just join my Discord server. There's literally 2 people in there, and then there's me, so like 3 people in total. You can join there, and then you can talk to me if you want. And yeah, in a bit, bro. Okay, so this is the 2 minute add-on that you were looking for. I realized that at the beginning when I was talking about the monk mode thing, I wasn't really like clear about it. So what I meant by like it's kind of oversaturated is if you really think about it, what type of monk? They are not talking about monk when they're speaking monk mode. They're just saying a normal person. Like monk, the word monk, you would think to meditate for two days straight on the mountains, waking up at 5 a.m. and then like eating once per week, something like that. Whereas these people nowadays are classifying monk mode as literally just don't drink, don't jerk off, don't smoke. What are you talking about? And basically, my whole solution to this is literally just monk mode does not work. It is not a thing that you can do. It, bro, it doesn't work that way, okay? As in 6 months of monk mode strict protocol and then 3 months of partying. That is not how it works. What you should do instead, and what I am doing, is literally just narrow everything down, like I've said before, and make sure your work is as fulfilling as possible. And then it will literally just be a matter of time and endurance. If you found your most fulfilling job and have all of those things like done and you keep on learning, you will reach success, and it is only a matter of time. Also, another thing I forgot to add is I genuinely see online all of these self-improvement people that are just advertising, monk mode saved my life. I'll compete the 99% with their little serious faces on YouTube, with their little hand signs, and like just copy pasting the same exact thumbnail and the same exact monk mode sign with like the iPhone. Like, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. The switch on the iPhone, the monk mode thing. Oh, you turned the monk mode on. Oh, now you're gonna be Sigma. No, bro. That is the most cringe thing ever, and it triggers my competition instinct. No offense to any of them, but in a bit, bro.